coming up.
Well, congratulations,
reading that
Dan.
at 17 magazine.
You got engaged to Naira Rivera?
Yeah.
Do you call that dedication, or do you call that you need to learn how to leave earlier to get to the game?
Signal Sports Hot 10 is brought to you in part by Total Woman Gym and Day Spa and Nissan Valencia.
My name is Lisa Polanski, and I'm the General Manager of Total Woman Gym and Day Spa right here in the beautiful city of Valencia. We have your traditional group fitness classes, we have your strength machines, we have your cardio machines, we have a sauna, and also our full service day spa. Our day spa membership, which we're currently offering with 0 enrollment. That gives you the opportunity to come inside the gym for a full membership with the gym, including all group fitness classes, in addition to one service inside of our day spa every single month. So come down and see us so we can make you one total woman.
All right, Connor Wingenroth, Golden Valley Grizzlies, Shane Vereen, Brady White, Delano Howell, and the cross-country Stunner. What do they all have in common?
They've all been number one on this Signal Hot 10 at some point.
They have, but no one has been there twice. Is this the week that someone rises from the ranks for the second time and becomes number one?
Absolutely not.
I think we've got a good chance of seeing it happen. Nominations for this week.
Okay, you were going to talk about Mike Harrington, right?
Mike Harrington won this competition called the USA Today Best of High School, something like that. He was voted the best high school football coach.
Thanks for being official, Dan.
Yeah, this is about how official this contest is.
That's good.
He was voted best high school football coach in the state of California. He beat out Harry Welch, who was second place, former Canyon coach Harry Welch. This was all based on fan vote.
This is not based on merit whatsoever.
No.
Even though Hart's off to a great start, Harrington's done a nice job with his team by all accounts. Do you think Harrington belongs on this list, or do you think maybe the fans of Hart belong on this list for getting all these votes? Because
me personally, I think it's Mike Harrington because Harrington's had some years where Hart's been a little down. He was on pace to become the most legendary coach in the Valley's history, and then between 2004 and 2007, everything kind of went downhill. He's back up, so I think it's him.
All right, Terry Tamura.
Yeah.
Huge week.
Yes.
Huge week for the Golden Valley Grizzlies and their senior running back.
Yeah, the Golden Valley Grizzlies, they won 47-6. It was 1 point away from being their highest, time for their highest score ever. And then also 1 point away from being the highest margin of victory. The Grizzlies.
The old Grizzlies.
I see your helmet here. You're not wearing it this week.
Props to the Grizzlies.
With the face mat, with the chin strap over your eyes.
I think that's why they lost so much, because the chin
straps don't work
right there. Yeah. That's just
they need the equipment design.
Speaking of the Glee thing, Dan told me, because he goes on a lot of gossip websites, that Naira Rivera was getting engaged, so she might be back. Because you were telling me about that.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
I was
congratulations,
reading that
Dan.
at 17 magazine.
You got engaged to Naira Rivera?
Yeah.
So Michael Rivera, another interesting week, former COC.
And Dan's future brother-in-law.
Yes.
That's right.
The Canyon defense, a week after they fell asleep for 1 week.
No problem.
They just went to a little hibernation. They're back this week. Are they back on this list?
That's interesting because they're playing the Grizzlies, and Bears usually hibernate. Was that kind of thought out, or?
No, not even. You think I think things out, Kerry? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Canyon, outstanding. I mean, Canyon had a number of great performances. When we've talked about their defense, one guy I've been sold on big time, we did a feature on him, was Tevin Priestley, their cornerback. I think that guy's a pure stud. I think his closing speed is unlike anybody's, any secondary in the Foothill League. He might be the guy.
He's got 4 interceptions this season, by the way. So
anybody else that's not on this list? I feel like this list is going to. A lot of people might come off this list this week. Some new guys coming on this list.
Delano Howell.
Delano Howell
back.
A blocked field goal return for a touchdown and handed the Seattle Seahawks their first loss of the season. Great job, Delano.
Y'all both fought for him very hard to be right here.
Well, Dan's
going to
fight real hard because he hates the Seahawks.
Y'all did, yeah, that's true. That was a great moment to see that.
You love that?
Yes.
Okay, I've got something a little off the map that perhaps could be thought about. You don't want to go the direction of student sections necessarily.
Never.
But
No, not
they've
never.
been holding up these giant big face posters. You know those big face posters? I'm really a big fan. What do you think about the big face poster? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where they they put it on a big pole. All the student sections are doing it. I really like them.
Are you trying to get your face on a pole? Is that what this whole thing is?
Should
I
we
could
have
care
a
less.
Vince face poster?
Nah, I could care less.
You
Who
want
are
to
they
carry
of?
face
Who are the
posters?
face posters of usually?
It's players. It's normally players.
Okay.
But I saw the Blue Crew had done that over at Saugus.
Okay.
I know many of Hart does it. Valencia does it.
Great.
I think big face posters should make the list prior to Foothill League season, and then when Foothill League season gets here, we're going to see who has the better student sections.
I've been at many games this year, and I haven't noticed that once. How about you?
I haven't seen any. Not at a high school.
Well, y'all are
game.
y'all in the press box. I'm normally on the field, like in the middle.
Y'all have that in your imagination.
in the middle of the
Y'all.
action. I'm normally right in the middle of the action.
No, I'm not on it.
Y'all go on the field, y'all.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, I'm going to quit saying y'all.
Is that out of context?
Y'all.
I'm not using it right, so.
Brady White's cousin, 2 interceptions.
Good. That was a good bait and switch. Yeah. No, he did. He was the better White on the field that day. 'Cause, 2 interceptions. Had a couple nice catches on offense too.
But Brady did have 3 touchdowns, led the team back for a victory.
The main thing about
His
that
second
game
half was good.
is Connor Wingenroth got hurt. And Connor Wingenroth, as I've said, is the most valuable player on that team. Connor goes down, that team starts to play poorly.
They were out of rhythm. They were clear. That offense was clearly out of rhythm.
It's not about Brady, it's not about Chase, it's about Connor.
It's about
Connor's the straw that stirs the drink.
anybody else.
Ooh, that
before
looked
we-
like disdain in your face.
I like Connor Wingenroth. This is not, all the disdain is not for Connor Wingenroth, it's for Kerry Osborne. It is. Is that anything else for this week?
I like I wanted to mention one more guy for Golden Valley. That was Patrick Isaacson. He had the linebacker. He had an interception in the game and returned a punt for a touchdown.
That's pretty good.
For a touchdown. So
Trinity's offense.
Trinity's
50,
offense.
50 points in 3 straight games. Just need to throw it out there.
Well, yes. That's
it's like the Denver Broncos.
I mean, it's very Hart-like.
Just a little full disclosure on that. They played a team they had no idea they were going to play a week before. That team quit after 3 quarters, so it probably could have been 75 points.
I thought it was impressive.
It is.
I saw the stats. I was like, pretty impressive stats.
Trinity, I think,
They did
blew.
it in 3 quarters.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
All right, we'll look it all over, and we'll be back.
Hi, I'm Dan Sturkle, Executive Manager of Nissan Valencia. We take pride in the fact that we've donated over $50,000 to Santa Clarita schools, including new cars and scholarships. We're home to the $99 down delivers on any vehicle, even if you have had credit issues. Our customer satisfaction in sales and service has been through the roof since taking over, which means you'll always get treated with honesty and respect from our expert staff before, during, and after buying or servicing a car at Nissan Valencia. So please, come visit us soon.
Don't you dare.
Oh, good. We already know. Don't
What
even
do you
need to see
think?
it.
What do you think I'm irrational?
Wow. Oh, yeah. Well, you got to have heart number 1, 2, Cousins White.
Hurt wings.
All right, so we did, one thing we didn't mention is, did you get those tweets about the Canyon student section traveling all?
Yes.
They were trying to get like most dedicated.
Well, we reached out to them at first, and then they had 2 idiots basically say derogatory things to us. Other than that, the rest of the kids were fantastic.
but they rode on a bus for
Lots
like
of cussing.
Yeah.
They rode on a bus for 6 hours
Yep.
and got there with 4 minutes left in the game. They were trying to say that they were dedicated. Do you call that dedication? Or do you call that you need to learn how to leave earlier to get to the game?
Dedication. Dedication. It's not knowing the traffic.
But you don't help your team. Here's my argument against the Canyon student section when they were going, and they retweeted that a lot.
Why are we talking about student sections? It's not Foothill League play yet. Let's do that next week.
Okay, I'm completely
Killing it right now.
I'm killing it. All right, this list: Trinity's
Killing
offense
them
at number 10.
Okay.
They make an
No complaints.
impression. Tevin Priestley coming in, first time on the list at number 9. He's the representative of the Canyon defense.
He's going to hate that you spelled his name wrong, but that's okay. Go ahead.
I spell a lot of people's name wrong.
Before
Carrie was yelling at me during the break about putting Hart Girls Tennis on the list, so they're there.
They beat Valencia last week. I mean, Valencia was the kind of the stepping stone to what's considered a Foothill League championship for that team. Excellent singles players. Some doubles players that are pretty quality as well, right, Dan?
Lauren Dawn, Bailey Sindel. I mean,
Oh, jeez, you're such a suck up.
You cut off the student section talk. I'm cutting off this talk. Ted Iacinda at number 7.
Ted should be so much higher. What College of the Canyons football is doing right now is incredible.
They're playing great.
Yeah.
I'm still not getting the buzz from them.
I think maybe this will help.
This might help. Kate Absey at number 6.
Kate's been solid.
No one's been on this list more often than
consistent.
Kate Absey.
Yeah, no.
Hurt Wings coming in at number 5. This is obviously Connor Wingenroth.
I agree. Anytime, I don't care if somebody does great or somebody, gets hurt. I mean, if you're still getting hurt, you're making a lot of noise. You're making a lot of news.
Yeah.
His injury is very significant.
Well,
for that team.
you get the tweet in the first, Connor Wingenroth went out in the first quarter.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Yes,
I mean, for anyone.
Let me add one more thing about that injury. If for some reason, and what I understand, he could be out 3-4 weeks, maybe. If they lose a game, not only do they lose a chance at a Foothill League championship, they have the possibility of losing a chance at making a state championship game. That's how significant that injury is.
And it's Valencia, it's Canyon. When they play those two teams, it'll be especially significant,
Don't
right?
forget West Ranch and
But they play
Saugus?
West Ranch.
West Ranch and Saugus?
Well, they play West Ranch this
Golden Valley?
weekend.
Yep.
I mean, I know that they could lose to anyone,
Yes.
anybody, any given day.
Yes.
But Valencia and Canyon would be the two that you would be most hesitant.
Yep.
Cousins White coming in, 4 touchdowns between them, 2 picks. Well, how can you argue against this?
They did do all the scoring. That's true.
They did all the. It was a pair of cousins. We like to play games with. We like to put cousins and brothers and sisters and combining
I like that
people.
they're on there. I think
I actually talked to Brady extensively on Saturday, and he said he was going to throw up in his mouth if he heard you talk about him or anybody in his family even more.
Terry Tamura coming in.
Not immediate family though, because cousins. Yeah.
Can we get a few extra posters though? Terry Tamura coming in at number 3, Golden Valley's running back.
Yeah.
Huge win for the Grizzlies.
Big part of them.
Big.
Delano Howell at number 2, and Mike Harrington at number 1. I'm not seeing a lot of hate here. I'm not seeing.
I think your list is okay this week. It's much better.
I think Hurt Wings should be higher. I think that's the biggest news of.
You think that's
week
the
in my mind.
biggest news out of Hart football in general? You think that's bigger?
Out of the Santa Clarita Valley this week.
You think Hurt Wings? So do all the rest of them come down?
No, this is what my opinion is there are 3 switches in the top 5.
Okay,
I think Ted Iacinda needs to be in the top 5.
disagree.
I think that Terry Tamura should possibly be higher.
He's at 3.
And Hurt Wings should be higher as well. I think what Golden Valley is doing
Carey's
is
playing his game again. If everyone goes up, no one goes down.
Right, Dan?
Everybody should be number 1.
Everyone should be number 1. So we start writing things in the sky and call it the Carey Osborne list.
Sure.
I'm saying no offense to Mike Harrington. Why? I mean, he's number 1 just because a bunch of people
That's
voted
about the
like
fan vote.
600 times. I mean,
Yeah, 85,000 votes. Not bad. Not bad. But I'm okay pulling. But who should be number 1? I think that's the question. You think the Golden Valley Grizzlies, if you can get on that helmet in 3 seconds, we might make the Golden Valley Grizzlies.
Oh, that was like
I did it.
1.3.
That was really fast.
I did it.
That was 1.3 seconds.
And the chin strap has to be buckled.
Oh, that's impossible.
You can look. So Terry Tamura
could
you think
move up.
Terry Tamura could be number 1?
I think he should be 1. I think Wings 2.
Because they didn't beat Hoover. They didn't beat Hoover this week. They beat Chatsworth. You know, that's a big. That's a big thing.
Chatsworth still sucks.
47 to 6.
Just throw them a bone, Dan.
They're not as bad as Hoover.
No.
So Delano Howell's moving down. He had a
great
Sports Center
year.
top 10.
Yeah, that's great. I agree.
I mean, he was that was a big time play. And I've criticized
Turn
some
the
of your
momentum.
pro picks before. All right, so we're shuffling these around a little bit. I'm not sure that I have a problem with him at number 1. I like this at number 1 better than I like. I mean, I think that they both have a lot of, maybe 2.
I can't believe it. He sold me.
1, 2.
See, I think Delano should be
Wings?
number 1. I think Hurt Wings should be 2. I think Terry Tomorrow should be 3.
So you think Delano? See, that's what I was getting at when
Yeah.
I started this show. Should Delano Howell be number 1 for the second time?
Yeah, first career touchdown.
It was a huge play in that game.
Yeah.
Did beat Seattle
Against your
It was a
Seahawks.
It was a big game.
beautiful.
I had T.Y. Hilton on my fantasy team. Everyone loves hearing about other people's fantasy teams.
T.Y. Hilton?
Yeah, I think it stands for Thank You, Hilton. That's
Oh, okay.
So Delano Howell, for the second time,
Wow.
is going at number 1.
How about that?
and
Hurt-
2. Oh.
Hurt Wings is going at 2.
You can't fly with hurt wings. I always say that.
It's Broken Wings. That's the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, Broken. Oh, that's what we should do. Broken Wings is going at 2.
Who's the song by?
I believe it's
I like that
Mr.
better.
Mister from the 80s. Testing my music knowledge.
Yeah,
I'll kill that every
Usually
time.
you're good with music knowledge. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
So.
Broken Wings. Do you want to switch up? Do you want Harrington to go here, or do you want Ted Iacenda to go?
I do, and I think the Cousins should go down a little bit.
What do you think, Dan?
I think Cousins are.
Just
I think they're in the right place.
Yes, Dan. Dan, that was good, Dan.
It's because
No, I'm not-
you lumped in Chase there, and I think Chase had a great game.
Chase had a great game. Okay, we'll give Kerry this one. I'm not going to put Ted on here again. He's now just referred to as Iacenda.
Okay.
And right here goes Harrington.
Mikey.
Yeah, he dropped 6 spots in the last few minutes.
That was a rough. That was a rough few minutes for Mike Harrington.
A fall from
That's
race,
probably the worst few minutes he's had all fall. Is
Probably.
they've been beating people so bad.
He's going to be watching game film to figure out what went wrong on that.
That's a good one. I like that one. That's a good joke. It's not a ha-ha joke, but it's like a good
It was a
joke.
thinker's joke.
Yeah, especially when you
Stamp it in?
analyze it. Stamp that in.
Jesus, Dan.